pages one by one. The catalog's my rising sun. Neon dreams in black and white. Every toy is shining bright. Circle this and underline that. Folding corners where my heart's at. Oh, the Sears catalog, my Christmas guide. Every page, every gift, I can't decide. I want it all. It's my holiday bliss. This book of wonders, my Christmas list. Velvet dresses, robot cars, stereo systems, electric guitars. I trace the pictures, make them mine. This glossy world is so divine. Mark it twice, my pen won't stop. Dreams of Sears under the treetop. Oh, the Sears catalog, my Christmas guide. Every page, every gift, I can't decide. I want it all. It's my holiday bliss. This book of wonders, my Christmas list.
You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. My name is Dave. This is FFOP Radio. What a show we have for you tonight. Is it low effort? Sure. Some of you are probably thinking that. What are you going to do about it, right?
Meh.
In studio, of course, to my right and off camera, you have Krista, my co-host and producer.
Hi.
So, this is something that I've wanted to do. I kind of put on the back burner. I was saving it, but as we're ramping up for Halloween, this is something to fill in the gaps because it's something different from what we usually do, right? Like some training video, it's not commercials. It is like essentially a commercial. It's a print commercial. So back in the day, right? Old days,
My back.
my back, right? And you'd have to go shoe the horses. Everybody who was anybody, if you were a big box store, you'd get a catalog from them. Toys R Us would give you like circulars, but they'd really hit it hard at Christmas.
It was a huge, like, phone book size.
Yeah. Oh man,
It was amazing.
so fun, so fun. There's something, I don't know, if you gave equal weight to like a physical media type catalog versus like just letting someone go ape shit on Amazon, I wonder what the public would like more given both options, because they don't have, save for this. And this is why I think more people would lean toward the physical media, even though I have no empirical evidence. Amazon sent me a catalog and sends me a catalog every year full of toys. And it's one of the things that I look forward to because me and my son approach it at about the same energy level.
Yeah.
We go, oh, yes. Because, like, yeah, toys exist. Whoop-de-doo. And given the world at your fingertips, it makes it kind of difficult to deal with. But when you get a curated book, it's going to have all the stuff for your parents that you don't want, and there's going to be a finite section of things in there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloom is Dead says, and also welcome, Gloom is Dead.
What's happening?
I loved going through those catalogs and getting absolutely nothing I circled for Christmas.
Right? That's another problem.
Or dog-eared the page. Like, I want the whole page.
Yeah, like that. There's probably people out there, right, Gloom? There's probably people out there who did get the stuff they circled and underlined in the catalog, because otherwise Sears would not do them, right? Or at least include the toys.
Yeah. I remember doing it like...
How many kicks to the dick have we all taken?
Yeah.
We go, hey. And P.S., this is why we're starting it so early, because I started early. You'd get the cat... Like, they knew. They marketed. J.C. Penney's, Sears, Mervyn's. Everybody who existed, they go, here's the catalog, guys. Now, get your Sharpies ready.
Yeah, you get it like before Thanksgiving.
So fun.
Because, then you get family for Thanksgiving. You're like, hey, what does little Johnny want for Christmas? And they're like, well, here's the Sears catalog. He circled this stuff.
And whatever, I'm going to keep circling back to this because it's human psychology. When you're given a finite pool of things to pick from, it makes the things that you love all the more dazzling and glimmering.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Enough complaining. What do I have for you tonight? Well, a little something. It's a Sears Wish book. So it's a catalog, 1989. But interesting, it has a price. Let me just go ahead and make this big for you because it's not a physical copy. It is somebody thankfully digitized it, and we're going to be flipping through. Not all of it, of course, because it's 681 pages.
Holy shit.
And let's be real, even those who are charitable about me don't want to do that. So we'll probably flip through a few of the first pages, get a feel for the table of contents, then skip around to the shit that we want. You know what I mean? Because that's what you would do as a kid. So that's what we're doing. We're sitting down at a nice desk. It's a nice, relaxing evening. Find yourself something to drink, because this is the side of the coin that I didn't ever get. Like, I got the kid side, right? Where I go, I want all these. But like adults, surely. Don't call me Shirley. Surely they picked up these catalogs. They would sit in their Barca Loungers, their Lazy Boys, etc. They'd pop a Miller, a Coors, a whatever. Flip through this motherfucker and do their own little bit of marker dancing.
As long as you get to the lingerie section, says Brick.
Hubba. Yeah, Stephen King. Like, yeah, we're going to actually go through Derry. The whole town of Derry is in this catalog. But yeah, let's go ahead and start flipping through this bad boy. Because, like, okay, first of all, one of the things I wanted to say is, like, I thought this was Sybil Shepherd for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. I was like, damn, I can't wait to bring that up. I don't think it's her now. So this, again, this is a Wish book, and since it's not a catalog or called a catalog, and they're charging, again, look, $3. $3 for this baby.
$3
But then here we go. The Sears catalog. Whatever, because this is 5 catalogs in one. Is that true? Maybe. I don't know.
It's 700 pages.
I don't know what's happening. You know what I should have done? I should have had some sort of Christmas music. Why don't you guys give me a hot ass second and just chill out, all right?
Just relax, everybody.
I hear you complaining. Just stop. Stop complaining, and I'll get some music going.
I didn't realize that this wasn't like a real video.
Well, yeah, of course not. It's a...
I thought somebody took a video of them flipping through the pages.
No, because then I couldn't, like... I mean, that wouldn't work, I don't believe. So let me go ahead and... All right, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. This will simply become annoying in the background. Okay. What's happening, Matt? I guess I'll also welcome everybody. Like, welcome to this visceral experience, right? This is something we all wanted to do as kids, right? I can't be the only one who wanted, like, when you got this catalog in hand, you had someone in mind at school who you wanted to, like, really dig into it with. Because they were your friend with a common interest in...
I was never allowed to bring it to school.
Right, you never would, because like the school would be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It's like, why they don't let you bring your Halloween candy to school? But like, you wanted to get this in front of your best friend so you could like strategize and shit.
Oh yeah,
it was like It was a manual of how you hoped the holiday would go. And you hoped. Boy, did you hope. All right, moving on. Hey, it could be easy. Shopping, get a Discover card. Sears, man. Sears was like the pinnacle. They had craftsman tools. Everybody who was anybody in the trades who like gave a shit about their tools, they didn't go like DeWalt or any of the big Home Depot brands. They were a diehard craftsman.
My dad is. Probably was. He probably still is.
Back in the day when they were good, and then they sold them, like, Craftsman got sold to Kmart when Sears went under, and then, we'll see how that went. Anywho, moving on.
Did you guys have Sears hardware out here? It was like a standalone.
No.
We had that.
We had several Sears, but the only thing that we had that was like semi-specialized was the Sears at Fiesta Mall that had an auto shop.
Oh, wow.
So they did like, I don't know if they did body stuff, but they definitely did like repairs and oil changes and all that good shit.
Huh.
But yeah, because that was always the most dangerous mall to enter and the most dangerous part of the mall to enter. Because there were always chuds rolling in and out with their pickup trucks and their fucking minivans and shit. Just not giving a fuck, not realizing, hey, malls are like sort of a hub for fucking kids, so watch out. No, I don't know about that.
Oh, there was a Sears hardware in Northwest Indiana.
Ooh, look at all the gold. And what did we miss? I want to go to the toy section because we have 5 catalogs in one, right? So we can focus on gifts. We can celebrate in style. For kids of all ages, which, let's be real, that's where we're going. Home for the holidays, which is like, who gives a fuck? No one, like, the holidays doesn't include Halloween. And more from Sears. And let's be real, we're probably going to skip to right around 245 pages in. So, watch the ticker go up, and 245. There we go. Lucky us.
Wow.
Oh, wait, we got some pajamas back here.
Ooh. They always had like Christmas pajamas and stuff before the toy section, I feel like.
I want to get a temperature of the room. Pajamas. When you were a kid, yay or nay? I always saw kids like at sleepovers, they'd wear pajamas. I saw people on TV in the movies.
We wore pajamas. Or I wore pajamas, I should say.
I didn't. I was always like, I don't know. There was no rhyme or reason. And typically in Arizona, it's like more often than not, it's hot. So I was like always t-shirt and like underoos or whatever.
This is the same man who doesn't use a bed sheet, doesn't like cover himself with a bed sheet. He just uses a blanket. That's
hot. I don't want a whole bunch of shit.
No, it's
what I want
a sheet.
One thing, and that's it. And I don't want here's, God damn it. What are we talking about? Here's the problem I have with bed sheets, right? Everybody probably has this problem, but no one has the balls to say anything, and I'm here for you. Problem with bed sheets is, like, typically they're tucked in. And so your feet are always pushed in some way that's uncomfortable. Unless you do a whole shit ton of kicking to really loosen that shit up. And even then, like, it's very easy to become tangled up in all that extra yardage of fabric.
Well, now, especially for me, because I'm using a bed sheet folded in half on my side of the bed that's a California king, and I get all
this is
tangled.
Three Musketeers thing.
Bullshit.
Like, you're just doing things crazily. I'm doing
I
things
need a
the
bed
normal
sheet.
way. Sheet yourself up. I don't care. Sheet yourself inside out. I'll stick with the blankets. I've got 2 blankets, and I slip in between them in the summer and under both of them in the winter. Am I crazy?
It's weird.
I've got a plan, and I follow the plan. You know, some people fail the plan because they plan to fail. Or it's the other way around. Anyway, we're talking about fucking toys.
Who's going to put it first? This week's FFOP divorce
how
bed
dare
sheets.
All right, moving on. Toys, and more toys. Action City. All the way to 408? Hey, you like gladiator movies there, Jimmy? What's going on down here? Anywho, let's see. Sears Express. So we have You Beautiful Doll. We'll check it out for the ladies. I'm not sexist, unless it's boring, in which case we'll zip right by it like I do in the Target. Boring. Making dreams come true. Had this, right? Had that shit for sure. You can smell that just by looking at it if it was ever in your life. This Fisher-Price bank with the big plastic coins.
Oh, yeah.
I miss the days when, like, kids' toys were made of like wood because they lasted. I realized I also saw a country mile of injuries inflicted upon children by children at the hands of these toys because they are built to last and can do some real damage. So, you know, that's the tightrope you walk. You either make something that lasts, but like any good tool can be used as a weapon to destroy the man or baby next to you, or do you make it so shitty that if it hits him in the head, it falls apart and you're out $50? Right? Stupid as hell, they say. I say that. Ooh, look at the good. These are like the old Barbies with like the weird painted on like Cleopatra eyes with. I want to say Dinah Shore. That's not her name. What's her name? Liv Tyler? That's not her name. She's got black hair. Her name is a thing that everybody knows, Krista, and you're not helping me. It's not Gary Busey.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Cleopatra. Somebody help me here in the fucking chat.
Mr. Yabo says she probably looks like Dinah Stone.
Not Dinah Stone.
Sorry.
Dinah Shore.
Dinah Shore.
Sharon Stone. From, what you call it? Yes, Liz Taylor. Thank you for Zendaya. No, yeah, it was Sharon Stone from King Solomon's Mine, starring Richard Chamberlain. Supporting character played by Jonathan Rhys-Davies. Moving on. Barbie had a Corvette all the way back in 1989, back when they were affordable. And why does this look like it was an afterthought, right, guys? You see that? It was like, oh, it's not actually $14.99, it's $12. And they go, well, we lost the font. Greg, they said that we lost the font. What are we going to do? It says, tell you what. Oh, can I make it bigger? I can't. All right, just kidding. I thought I could make it bigger. No, I can just search it. I don't want to do that. Fuck, stupid as hell. Barbie Safari, Barbie Pool, Dance Club Barbie. Boring. All of the Barbie commercials, I was like, yawn. Where's RoboCop? Where are the real Ghostbusters, I said? Where's the fireworks factory? I always say. Check this out, though. Now this I could have gotten into. I did not know. Yeah, this is definitely Barbie's teen cousin. She cannot afford the pink Corvette. What she can afford, though, is a white Volkswagen Golf.
Ooh.
Still a convertible. You know, affordable. Probably runs on diesel. You know, that's, you know, I don't know how what the shape of diesel was like in the 80s. But hey, that's a long-lasting engine. It's reliable.
Ryan says there's a zoom.
Oh, sweet Lord. Oh, maybe this button.
Is it a plus sign?
Can I move it? Oh, yeah, there we go. Look how happy she is in this shit. She's like, hey, guys, it's me in my new Volkswagen Golf. She's like, don't care. Could not give a shit. Doesn't even have a person to look at. She's like, oh, look, Burger King. It's Burger King. These guys are like, hey, we're about to get it on. She's like, oh, yep, my friend. She's like, hey, guys, it's me, the Golf. The Golf. No one cares. Anyway, we're back at it.
Try hitting like control or holding control while you scroll up with the mouse and see if it zooms.
I have a thing in my hand.
Well, it might just be easier instead of fucking clicking.
Nothing. It does nothing.
Is that the right keyboard?
The goggles do nothing. Yes. No.
Ah.
That means I gotta move this damn thing. Listen. Anyway, look. Here's Ken's package.
Hit the thing. Hit the thing.
Holy moly!
Barbie has an ethnic friend. Brick's been a member for 4 months.
Hot damn. Thanks, Brick. That's radical. Yeah, well, Barbie has always had several ethnic friends. It's just they've always shown up in the last 4.5 microseconds of the commercial. It'll be like Barbie on a wakeboard or Barbie going from day to night, you know, from business to play. You know what I mean? And then at the end, you'll see like a lineup of all the dolls in that set. And of course, you'll see Ken, but then there'll be a menagerie of colorful friends that you go, oh, but what's her story?
Gloom says, I'd be that happy in an 89 Volkswagen Golf today.
Yeah, of course you would.
Today.
Yeah.
It's yours today.
But here's the thing. Someone might call me out later, so let me cover my own ass. It might be a cabriolet. It might be a cabriolet, guys.
It's actually a Miata.
Please don't roast me in the comments or come to me with an AI song about how I don't know what fucking cars are. No, you fucking will. Well, I guess that was an intentional choice. Huh. Not great. Look at this cheap shit. This is all shit that you would like buy at the dollar store now. But actually, that probably like $5. 14 in 1980. What are we looking at here? Hold on, let's see.
It's like
if you want to look like an
$70.
old purple amethyst grandma for number 2, $13.99. And what do you get with that? Let's take a hard ass look. Some sort of fake makeup, jewelry, and some goddamn. The 80s and 90s were dia-fucking-bolical. I'm glad I'm not a parent in the 80s or 90s, because what you are looking at, there is even odds that these are actual liquids that have an odor and an ability to stain shit.
Probably. Yeah.
We talked about the ooze during the Ninja Turtle stream, and yeah, that would ruin carpet, furniture. Silly putty would fuck up anything it touched. It was a house annihilator. Oh, man. It's a Prius. God damn it.
It might be a cabriolet.
Right, but see, that's the thing. Did it have the roll bar? Let's go back. Now we have to go check. It does have the roll bar, but does the Golf? Yeah. I'm changing my mind. I think it's the cab. You know what? We can just go ahead and
See the description?
Yeah, god damn it. Cabriolet. Look at that. Top down in her fuck. Golf. Why was I thinking Golf? When did the Golf come around? Plus, like, come on, dude. Look at the fucking ass end of that thing. A Golf? You fucking idiot. Let's get out of here. Oh, look, they were selling creepy head hair styling dolls.
Yep.
I don't remember those until, like, the 2000s. There was a huge push for those in the 2000s, and they go, hey,
I had some.
You want to cut some hair? Here's a bunch of weird heads. And then you would just, like, as a parent, I'm sure would just, like, because if you were the type of parent and your kid goes, no, that's my doll, and even if they look like Cyndi Lauper, you know, in a bad way, you probably have like a closet full of disembodied doll heads and just like hair everywhere. Every time
And they're
you eat
all over
something,
Goodwill now.
you're pulling hair out of your mouth.
Ugh. You're eating hair.
You're eating hair. But check these out. Oh my God. So these remind me of those frozen treats, those popsicles that Disney had. These are obviously crayons. Let's see. Soap. God damn, so close. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These must be the same exact molds for the popsicles. I remember eating this, and I don't remember tasting soap. Let's be real about that. I mean, I ate my fair amount of soap, but never any Disney-themed ones. Oh, yo, not bad. Not bad in that the quality is okay, but these look blowful compared to the real-life characters. Look at King Louie here. Good God. Rough, right? Oh, God. What happened? Sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, King Louie looks like he's been ridden hard and put away wet. Ouch. Look at Pongo and Oblina. What's the girl's name?
Oblina?
Pongo and Icarus?
I don't know.
Petunia? What's the lady's name?
Maybe
I only
Petunia.
remember Pongo because here's a funny and a quick story. It may not be quick, but it also might not be funny. But like in the days of like when you'd play a game on the same console as all your friends, we played Call of Duty split screen, and I don't know how this started, but me and my friend Ben would always like latch upon something that my brother found insanely irritating and just ratchet it up to 11. So instead of, everybody knows what a ghillie suit is, I would hope. Ghillie suit's like the suit that makes you look like you're in the marsh, you hide in a bush. Well, instead of saying ghillie suit, I said Pongo suit because I thought it sounded funnier. It was a very funny night. My brother did not appreciate it. It was a very funny night for yours truly. Anyway, back to Pongo. Terrible. What's the Pongo's girl's name? Anyone? No one? Come on.
Anyone? Ryan?
Look at this broke-ass Teddy Ruxpin ripoff looking motherfucker. Oh my God.
Wow.
Number 12. What's his name? I Can Say Anything. Talking Bear.
Oh, he's got no real name.
Woof. Hey, look, a mall kiosk toy right there in the Sears catalog. Oh, marionettes. I would have shot these maybe in a line instead of like obscuring the background characters with the Jesus, what the hell is this?
Perdita was the girl dog.
Oh, Perdita, right, okay. But also, who cares? Because Pongo, look at that name, Pongo. Anyone have a Teddy Ruxpin? Everybody had a Teddy Ruxpin. In the
I
80s.
didn't have one.
You came along too late in the 80s. You had to be an early 80s person. But you know, whatever. That felt like a hack to do. Because it came with Teddy Ruxpin tapes, but you could put any tape in there and his mouth would move. So like my Teddy Ruxpin, he would tell me the story of Alf Goes Wild. He would tell me quite a few stories that he had no business telling me, and voices that were confusing to hear, or rather see, coming from that face. Oh my gosh. Oh, also, I wanted to show you something. In the spirit of like gifts and stuff and weird things, I got a few things recently. I want to show you. Like, I got this official snapback cat from a local rap artist that was playing at the county fair that I was, not for nothing. I shot it photography style for paper that I had to get paid for. But also, I played a claw machine and got these babies. Check that out.
Yeah, first try.
Played a claw machine for 40 plus years. Never got jack shit. Played it once. Kid got invited to a birthday party. I go, yeah, I'll give it a shot. They're not my quarters because all the kids got a big bag of quarters. I go, hey, let me borrow $1, son. They still have their price tags on them.
Yeah.
That's a $19 savings. Because right there on the wall, there they were for sale. I got them $1. Anyway.
50 cents a piece.
Congratulations, me. Elf Goes Wild. It wasn't anything like Girls Gone Wild. Instead of, what that holds, Alf just like sneaks to summer camp with Timmy. And you go, why? There's no cats there. And like, what are you doing? Anywho, moving on. Teddy Ruxpin and all the ripoffs and the hamster, all these babies. Tell me, no girls watch this, I'm sure. But if you are a girl and you're in the future and you're watching this, baby dolls always felt so limiting. Because like the aforementioned, like when we were watching the Ninja Turtles stuff, the gimmick laden models, like the baby doll that was like I can't remember her name, but like it was always the same company, but you would put her on the double bars and she would just spin. Like, how cuddly is that when the baby's arms are always either like, or the ones that always piss themselves or shit themselves, the ones that have like annoyingly loud motors and need like batteries all the fucking time.
And you constantly, like, you always feed, like, you feed one and it's always got his mouth in the same way, and or like the eyes that close.
It just felt so tiring to even just like consider.
I had a Bitty Baby when I was growing up. It was like the American Doll, but
a Bitty.
But a baby. It was like the same company that made it, and I used to love that thing. It was expensive baby doll. Like the American Girl doll and the Bitty Baby were like not one that you'd find at Target.
Would it produce actual human shit?
No.
Damn.
It was just a baby doll, but it came, like, it had so many accessories and shit that went with just that.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. There was nothing on. Maybe not nothing, but it just felt like very lopsided because it, like, as a boy, I felt spoiled for choice. But every time I saw a commercial for a toy marketed for girls, it was something like that. I go, ugh.
Well, then they started making Ryan. No, I didn't get one. Wait, sorry, Brick. No, I did not have one that you could feed and clean up. It was like the fake bottles where like you'd turn it and it would disappear.
They still make beer glasses. My favorite was always, because like I'm a fan of sleight of hand, and this I thought was a funny little trick they played on people. Like the spoon would have you'd stick it into a little thing and you pull it out and there'd be cherries in the spoon. You stick it in the kid's mouth, the cherries would disappear. But it was just a switchblade of cherries that went in and out of the spoon. And I go, clever. I appreciated that. Like one of my little girlfriends when I was growing up, Sarah, she had that doll. And I was like, yeah, I dig it. Like I fed the kid. I was like, yeah.
Well,
hey.
you like some of them had like a jar of whatever the stuff is, the baby food is, and you put the spoon in and it loads it, and then you feed the baby.
I remember, like so horrifying. You've probably seen the commercial if you are a fan of this show, but the one you actually fed stuff to, like you gave it water, or like you'd mix up this orange powder with the water, and you would feed it. And I was like, oh my God, what a fucking nightmare. But the commercial was always extra horrifying because like it was like giving the baby doll a bottle, and then it was a side shot of the kid pulling open the diaper and then just a torrent of clear water rushing out of this baby's genital area. And I go, nope.
Yeah, no, I never had that. My
Someone
dad
should have got fired. Before that made air, for suggesting that idea, someone should have gotten fired. Jesus Christ.
My dad was very OCD with all, like, everything needed to be clean, so none of my babies did anything.
I wasn't taught to keep my shit clean. I just kept it clean because I saw the state of other kids' toys, and I go, I don't want my shit to do that.
Yeah.
Anybody have an easy bake oven? I wanted one.
Yes.
Tasty bake oven from Tyco. Whoa, the RC car people. I ended up with the creepy crawlers oven, but I was like, I liked baking. I had to wait until like, I don't know, it felt weird. Even though it wasn't the 50s, it was the 90s. It felt progressive, even though, with the benefit of hindsight, I still had to wait until I was in junior high to like learn cooking or baking. Like I took home economics, but they didn't even call it home ec. They changed the name in like whatever the preliminary effort of like the PC change in the mid 90s, where everything sounded a little bit stupider. And I think we finally righted the ship because the names that we choose now are like less stupid. But whatever. Like I don't know. I wanted that growing up, but here's the pattern of my life. Christmas is coming up, birthday is coming up. What do you want? I'd like an easy bake oven because delicious cakes and stuff. Cut to my birthday. Creepy crawly. Better luck next time, kid. Another example. Christmas. My friend has an N64. We play Smash Brothers at every possible opportunity. My mother goes, what do you want for Christmas? I go, a Nintendo 64 with Super Smash Brothers. Smash Cut 2. Christmas. PlayStation.
Oh boy.
Just what I asked for. A PlayStation. So, yeah. Anytime I asked for something, there was always the other version of it, and I would get that. Or if that didn't exist, it was always something shittier. Anyway, moving on.
Don't forget to move the...
I did love anytime you could make food as a child. I also... Oh, God, that's the wrong button. There's so many goddamn keyboards I have to deal with. I like that they sell this. Like, every dad everywhere goes like, why buy one when you have a drawer full of them? Possibly several drawers, right, guys? How much are they charging for a wall adapter, like a wall wart, that probably gets fucking hot as hell when you plug it in? $10? I'm glad I save everyone I've ever come across, because that's the dad way. Also, this ice cream maker, holy shit, was I jealous of that. I felt like, again, girls in commercials got the short shrift when it came to toys, but they got to make ice cream and cakes and cookies and shit. Standing there with my dick in my hand with a bunch of rubber scorpions. Oh, look at those. Doesn't those look tasty, guys? God damn, my mouth is starting to water. Whew, God, are you guys hungry? Anyway, I better just move on. Moving on. Oh, look at that. I was never a fan of this type stuff.
What, like
Play-Doh,
the kitchens? Or no, is that Play-Doh? I can't see from here. Okay.
But the kitchen like isn't Play-Doh. But yeah, never a huge fan of the Play-Doh. Like in principle, I was a huge fan, but I was one of those persnickety kids who kept his toys clean. So I was not about to let the different colors of Play-Doh touch. Like my kid, He's one of those individuals who will throw caution to the wind, so every container of Play-Doh looks
brown.
like it's not just. They're not even mixed well enough to be brown. It's a cornucopia of like puke that you would find on the street after Mardi Gras, right? Every container is every color and nothing is homogenized. And so that's the thing. I was always stuck in between worlds where I was the kid that wanted to use Play-Doh, but I was also the kid who did not want to use Play-Doh, because when I did try to make, like, for example, this cherry pie here, because boy did I, or the pizza, I made those two things. I then had to painstakingly pull apart the separate colors to make sure that none of them...
He's one of those weirdos. Anyway,
weirdo.
Ryan says, did you ever think of asking for what you didn't want so you'd get the opposite?
No, because by the time because here's the thing.
Reverse
I lived in a
psychology.
house with a gaslighter, and after every holiday, I would go, oh, I wanted... And the person who would buy me the thing that I did not want, the exact thing I didn't want, as a matter of fact, every time would go, oh, well, next time I'll listen. That happened for 30 fucking years, my dude. That's why I hate fucking Christmas. Here's the thing. Like, Pavlov's dog salivated every time a bell rang, because that's when he would eat. I hate Christmas because every time I would ask for something, my parents and then Santa, of all people, would kick me in the dick. Not even Santa would listen. What the fuck? Like, my parents, I get. You know, they want to gaslight a child. So be it. Santa had to kick me in the dick as well. There he was.
Dave loves a succulent dry cone meal.
Oh, God, I love a succulent dry cone. Do it. Just do it. Once, like... When no one's watching, I don't care. Like, feel shameful in the morning. Just accept it in yourself. Because now that I planted the seeds, you know you want to do it. In the middle of the night,
No.
when no one is around, walk into your kitchen, sneak in there if you have to, if you don't live alone, and just do it. Don't even tell me about it. I don't even need to know you did it. You'll know you did it, and you'll feel better, and I'll feel better. Kid toy, like baby toys, boring. Oh, glowworms. I had this flashlight too. Didn't everybody? It took like 2D batteries. What a great thing to give to a kid, right? Like, hey, you're between 2 and 4. Your muscles are weak. Your coordination is likewise. Would you like a flashlight? Hell yeah. Anything adult you'll take. And a flashlight is something adults use. So yeah, we'll give you this one. When you get it, it'll be 9 inches long. And by the time you load it with the prerequisite amount of batteries, you won't be able to carry it. So it'll stay in the toy box.
Oh, yeah. That flashlight would go red or green.
Yeah, well, this one didn't because it doesn't have the thing on it. Or maybe it's hidden on the other side, but I imagine if it were there, they would show that as a feature.
Oh, we had, and Ryan said the same thing. I had that, and it would,
Oh, yeah, no, there it goes. Red, green, or white. Why not show? Because then it must be on the other side. Because there was a show.
It was
that
like a
play
slide.
School. You an idiot.
and I had that glowworm.
Hell yeah, everybody had this glowworm. Everybody had glow worms, bro. And like, you know, whatever. Like,
Glowworm is like what the scout of today with the like Elliot had.
like in that, like you put your kids to bed with it. Yes.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
didn't
also
talk, but
part of a long lineage of like uncomfortable chunks of what should be cuddly animals. On the one end, on the very far end, you have like stuffed animals that are pure fluff, save for maybe a nose or a couple of eyes that are hard. All the way, you know, stopping in the middle with your glowworms because their heads were like vinyl and not like hard plastic.
Yeah.
Moving along to your Teddy Ruxpins and your Scouts where there is hard, sharp, jagged plastic behind no padding, but simply what could pass as like a bad merkin.
Brick was too old for glowworms.
Too old. But he had a...
What did you have?
Monchi-Chi. He definitely had a Monchi-Chi. Same fucking thing. Their faces were the same synthetic vinyl type plastic. And if you say you didn't have a Monchi-Chi, you're a fucking liar, Brick.
Have you seen those the collectible stuffed animal things they
those
have
new
now? The
things, they're like
Lalabus,
Monchi-Chis of today.
the Lalabus or whatever they're
I am
called.
fucking over that. The second I laid eyes on them,
It's
no
insane.
Monchi-Chi. The fuck? Yeah, there's always going to be something that answers this form factor. Something squishy and uncomfortably hard that is for nobody. They did have a Christmas special. Yeah. No.
Seriously? They had a show?
They had, I remember seeing cartoons, not a lot of them, but they were like, every once in a while you'd see like a Care Bears special or
Well,
something
sure.
along those lines.
Care Bears had a show though.
Right, but glowworms
were a toy.
right. Everything in the 80s was a cartoon that they made a toy for.
LaFoofus? What the hell is a LaFoofoo?
Laboobos are also Lafufus, apparently.
And also LaFoofoo. What?
Knock this shit off, guys. I don't want to
And
know
people,
about this stuff.
it's like
You don't have Riz.
it's like not the same as Beanie Babies, but
This is a nightmare.
people like collect them and they trade them and shit because like, oh,
Right.
this one's rare. Like we gotta get this one. You can only get it at certain
And-
stores.
Pull out Lafufu du jour.
I know.
Pop in Beanie Baby. I want to tell you guys a quick story that's sort of embarrassing for the town that I live in. Like I said, I went and shot photos for the paper for the Gila County Fair. So slim were the pickings for the entries for display. Someone had collected, if not all, at least the majority of those Hello Kitty, Ninja Turtle mashup figures.
Yeah.
And submitted those to the fair for judgment. It won a ribbon.
Well, there's
Someone spent money to collect things and then were rewarded for that with a ribbon.
right. So somebody that we know out here submitted homies back like 3-4 years ago. Their homies collection. Do you guys remember homies? The things that you would get out of the bubbles in the
It felt like
machine?
this year's Gila County Fair. Like if I had known, I would have entered 97% of the categories with just shit I found around the house and gone home with a broken back due to fatigue when I collected the ribbons, trophies, medallions, medals, and accolades. But I didn't.
It's crazy.
I didn't know. They didn't tell me. Anyway, moving on.
Next year.
Next year in Israel.
Etch a
Are these
sketch.
Toy typewriters?
Oh.
Do they actually type? Let's look. Let's go in tight. Typewriter features
Enhance.
line roll up, backspace, and shift lock keys for capital letters. Yeah, this is a toy typewriter for a kid. Hot damn.
Oh, Spirograph. I love Spirograph.
I had my first typewriter was full size, guys. Like I had a fucking, like my grandmother gave me a typewriter. It wasn't even like an electric one. It wasn't like it would do like word processing and shit. It had a ribbon. It didn't have a backspace. There was no like secondary ribbon for mistake removal. It was like a straight up Smith Corona. I love a good typewriter though. Jesus Christ. The visceral feel, it's like looking through a real catalog. The visceral feeling of like a typewriter moving a key that is connected to so many mechanisms it makes your head spin. I fucking love typewriters. There's a typewriter to this day in Mesa, downtown Mesa, Arizona. There is a typewriter repair shop that must be doing well because it's open. It's a brick and mortar building in 2025 repairing typewriters. Here in Globe, not in, obviously I'm in Miami, but in Globe, friends of ours are opening up like a sewing machine repair shop.
It's crazy.
And the prospects are good. It's insane.
There's a whole quilting guild here.
Kids are shooting in film. It's insane. But that's the way to go. If you're going to be a sex pervert, not that I'm telling you to be a sex pervert, but if you were going to be one, you have to go back to analog. Because, hello, we've talked about it. I'm not getting into it again. This is the happiest time of the year. It's not the time we talk about sex perverts. This is just a warning. It's the ghost of sex perverts past. They're coming back to haunt you. It's analog. Anyway, Tonka, meh. You know, I could really use an easel, but that's my business. Little kid furniture. I always thought little kid furniture was great. Had a bunch of it growing up. Like this table and chair set. Fucking never, ever did not get used at a holiday, birthday party, get together, or just fucking around in the playroom. Because they folded out, like you can see here, like these were like little briefcases. Carry them to the park. Anytime we had a family picnic, we go to the Para Club. For my daddy worked at SRP. We go, oh yeah, pack up the fucking table. Because as long as your kids were the right size, like the ones they sold recently, I found one at Walmart. Cheap, shitty, plastic, wouldn't last a fucking season. This lasted my entire childhood. And if I had the forethought, I would have kept it because it would still be viable as
I'm sure.
a place to put my ass to this day. Toy boxes. If anyone who was anyone had someone in their family who did woodworking and made you a toy box. At least one. Like you would always have like the plastic Fisher Price ones or like the mass market, like this, like the toy chest that has like the
I had a wood one, but it wasn't handmade, like made by a family.
It was. You would always also have something like this. Yeah, they would have like the finger slits.
Yeah, it opened up like that. Yeah. That's what I had.
Everybody had that, but like nobody, and I mean nobody I knew, like did not have a toy box made by a family member. It was typically like a grandfather or an uncle.
Yeah, that light wood toy box is pretty much the same toy box that when I was little, my playroom was in the basement of our first house in Connecticut, and a garter snake got into the basement, and it was behind that toy box, and I was 4. I ran up the stairs screaming to my mother that there was a snake, and she didn't believe me. And
a boo box.
I wouldn't go back downstairs until she came down, and it was like a 4-foot garter snake behind the toy box, just like going like down the perimeter of the room, and she had to lure it out with a bucket with eggs in it.
A garter on her own thigh. Oh, look at how extreme this fucking sleeping bag is.
Whoa.
Bros. Snap, crackle, ouch.
Do they make those like kinds anymore?
Badass. Look at this one with the fucking farm animals. Oh my God. That's what I loved about it. One of the things nobody had a problem with in the 90s was the radicalification of fucking normal everyday shit. Like seeing your gym teacher, seeing the lunch lady, seeing the principal through that bubble tape filter of pure insanity, the whatchamacallit world of it all. This fucking insane checker pattern, like, what's that movie? Freaked? Like, this is Freaked the sleeping bag. Obviously, it's not branded, but like, yeah, this is a fucking Pog right here. This is Pog's the sleeping bag. Goddamn. If you find yourself a good sleeping bag, by the way, grab that thing and never let it go. Because even if you don't camp, there's always going to be friends coming over, or you're going to go somewhere that you just
we have like 2 of them.
Yeah, have a good sleeping bag waiting in the wings, because it will save your ass. It's like having a Fry's bag or a Kroger bag or whatever your grocery store does, or Albertsons, Smitty's, Smith's. Get a bag from there, right? You shop there, take a bag, put a pair of underwear, a pair of socks, a pair of shorts or pants, whichever you prefer, long sleeve and or button up and or t-shirt. Keep a change of clothes, because one day you'll shit yourself on the way to work. You'll fall down into a puddle while you're trying to change your tire. You'll go over a bump and spill the entirety just about of your butter coffee down your shirt and onto your pants. You'll thank me later. You'll go like, oh, what a fucking why? Because then I just have because it's not because you're going to, it is if you're going to. And when you do, because you will, you'll thank me. Fucking just do it.
Ryan, to answer your question about the eggs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was just she cracked 2 eggs open in a bucket, put it on its side. She may have put bacon in there, like cooked bacon, like Microwave
Garter
bacon.
snakes love bacon and eggs.
I don't
They love
know.
a good breakfast.
That was just, I mean, and it went in there and she caught it and let it go outside.
Continental breakfast. She got
Come
the
here,
snake to
snake.
think that it was a Motel 6. They let the light on for him.
Yeah.
Crawled right out. Continental breakfast. He said, biscuits and gravy. Check this out. Police Academy, the fucking cartoon sleeping bag.
They don't, I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong because I don't look for sleeping bags for kids, but like,
Now, why would you, right? Because now they'd be like, here's the thing. I will tell you, because maybe you don't know this. If you grew up, you probably did reckless shit. And also if you owned a staircase as a child, you did reckless shit. And everybody to this day, watch Fail Army for half a second and you'll see someone eating shit down a staircase because you need two things. One of two things. If you have one we'll get into it. You need two things if you are going to be riding down on something rigid. It needs to be long enough to span at least 3 steps. And it needs to have a lip that curls upward so
Right.
it will not catch the stair, flip your ass onto your neck, and turn you into Christopher Reeves, right? You can skirt that with this simple and easy solution, a blanket or a sleeping bag. If you slide your ass into one of these nylon sleeping bags, you can zip down a staircase so fucking fast, you would not believe it. You have to really body surf it. Your body has to be rigid so when you're going down, you can... Because if
smash your head on every step.
Yeah, if you sit at an angle, you're going to be hitting your ass at every step, and you're not going to have a good time. So, but keep in mind, this will drastically reduce the life of your sleeping bag. Just so you know.
I fell down the same stairs that I talked about with the basement. I fell down all those stairs
All the
once.
bacon and eggs was still there. It was slippery. Mom,
I like 13 steps. I just fell down.
who left this steak bacon here?
Not intentional.
You guys remember, not intentional. California,
Hot Wheels.
No, California raisins. Sure, Hot Wheels, but the raisins. And Jem and the holograms. That's not her. Peter Pan must have been big in the 80s. Look, here are regular non-radical animals. That's the least... This is even... I was going to say, this is the least radical animals I've ever seen, but here are pastel cats.
Brick says we used rolled up sleeping bags in their bags on our hands as big boxing gloves.
Yes. 'Cause here's the thing. There are 2, or maybe there are more now, but when I was growing up, there were 2 species, if you will, of sleeping bag. The one type that was like we're seeing now, they were rigid-ish in shape and rectangular. They rolled up. They typically had bungee cords built in that you would wrap around them, and they were self-contained in that there was nothing else to do when you rolled them up. You were done. Then there were the squishy ones that always had a weird smell because typically they were down and real down in the 80s, that you would roll up, fold in half, roll up again, and then smash into a bag that was impossibly small. My nutsack is bigger than the bag I used to put away my sleeping bag in. Those are the 2 varieties. I do not believe we have any further species, because even those mummy bags I feel are akin to the down, squishy, thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have... Whatever. Moral of the story is you had one of those 2. You probably preferred one. Maybe it was situational. I don't know. I don't know why I started telling this story. It's been a long day. Oh, fuck, dude. Tense. Something that transcends time, space, religion, creed, nationality, tents. Nobody anywhere does not enjoy a tent. Right? I don't care if it's a tent in the living room of your friend's house, or you're going camping, or you're living out in the desert, desert chic style. Tents are always fun. what you do in the tent may grow weary. Like, I don't like necessarily camping beyond a certain point because I like, getting dirt off my balls. I get like grease out of my hair. I like getting the smell of smoke out of my skin, every so often. But goddamn, can a tent really prolong my tolerance of looking, feeling, and smelling like shit? Like, I will, like, when you introduce a tent into someone's life, they will let standards slip so low. Like, you could probably catch one of your friends wiping their ass with one of their socks if a tent is involved.
I never had a tent growing up.
Look at this motherfucking gold. Jesus. Oh, now, oh, no. Get back. Son of a bitch. There we go. Now, there we go. Whoa. Dude, oh. Here's the thing. I was always more a fan of the badass turtle over the 87 turtle in situ, right? In the 80s, we had two turtles to pick from. The ones that were the no pupils, action figures, video game depiction. I liked them a little more aggressive, a little more raw. The ones that were a little more rounded, then they had the pupils, the 87, the softer, like, hey, we're family friendly. Not as desirable, obviously, probably to anybody, but that's what you get with parents. They will see something cool and they'll go, I don't know, we should probably fuck this up for our kids. And they did. See Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. And ask yourself, why is Donnie using why is Mikey using pepperoni and Donnie using a Nerf bat? Why? Why, Stephen?
Why?
Your dad's name Stephen?
FDO says you can use your arrow keys to turn the page.
I won't do shit. I will start doing that, though. But I still have to zoom in. Because, look, you can buy fucking Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Well, of course you can.
Now your children can have Pee-wee's pal, Cherry, trademark, for his/her very own.
How much
Perfect
is
for
it?
sitting.
How much is it?
$100. In 1989, $100.
That's $300 now.
1988, copyright Herman Toys. Herman Toys. I didn't know Pee-wee had his own toy brand. I also like this this dinosaur gamer chair. Also, look at this. This is your better race car. Does it have a canopy? Is it also a Jeep? Goddamn car beds. We had spoiled for choice. Look at that. Two different type. Like, I would say that's more of a stock car. This is more of a funny car. Maybe a Formula One.
What's that giant shoe?
Let's see. That's Maurice Wollen's Fun Foam furniture in sizes just for kids, made of durable polyurethane foam.
Do you sit in it?
Yeah, it's a chair. You sit in chairs. Look, she's sitting in it now. Let me zoom in.
Enhance. I can't
Now,
see it.
Here's what's interesting about this is the child is unhappy about what she is doing, right? She's holding something nondescript because she's given up on this Dalmatian. But if you look over here, there's something curious happening. There's a yellow book, nothing written on the spine. Then there's two blue books, also likewise unlabeled.
Weird.
And do you guys remember seeing the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer? In that movie, Michael Myers, who is, guys, he's a comedian, so this is more of a comedic movie. He orders a coffee, right, and it shows up and it's very big, and he's like, I think I ordered the large, or he says something to that effect. Why? Moral of the story is, what the fuck are we doing here with these 3 books and this giant cappuccino cup filled with whipped cream? It may be popcorn, but if it is, that only makes it more confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Something I did love, though, you went to Spencer's in the late 90s, early 2000s, inflatable furniture.
Oh, yeah.
I bought myself a pink inflatable chair, used it as a computer chair for like 3 years.
Wow.
Fucking awesome. I don't know why more furniture isn't inflatable.
Dunkachino. Oh, it's a Dunkachino. in there.
Dunkachino. But you guys, Dunkachinos are all well and good. But will the Dunkachino save us from drugs like this? Now, of course, in Cartoon All-Stars, he was a lamp. Here he is as a clock. Do you think he can save you from drugs also? The answer is yes. Garfield can save you from drugs. Could either of these dinosaurs? No, probably not. They don't have any fucking personality. Oh, hey, how would you like to facsimilate a dead bear or cat?
Wow.
Or a dog? Could you imagine Winnie the Pooh? Hey, I'm going to get the kid a dead animal rug for Christmas. What do you think they'd like? A bear? An endangered panda? A cat? A dog? Not even a dog, a puppy. That's a dead dog. That's a dead puppy. Or Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother. Got my ass reamed. Oh, finally, some beanbag action.
Ooh.
What's the state of love sex? Does anybody know?
They're still around.
Here's the thing. If I were made of money, love sack, I mean, it wouldn't be high on the list, but like somewhere in the middle. Like after I got like a really nice car and some dick implants and stuff like that, I would get like a really nice love sack. Just like a really plush velour cover, waterproof. Maybe I'd have them Scotch guarded so I could, any number of liquids could spill or be splashed upon it or sprayed upon it, if you will. Anyway, sex perverts?
Huh? That speak and spell?
Oh, God. Edutainment toys sucked. It looks like they have a speak and spell and a math and speak and math. What do they call it? It was a math and spell.
Smathin'?
Spelling's stupid. Speak and read. It's brother with speak and spell, speak and math. So yeah, speak and read, speak and spell, speak and math. Speak and read. What's this elephant thing?
Is a love sack another name for a beanbag ass Brick?
It is. Here's a story, Brick. It's not a story. Like whatever. It must have been like, because I remember when I was in high school, so it must have been the early 2000s when this popped, because it popped and like every mall that we had that still existed had a love sack store in it. So it's basically a bougie, high quality, mega expensive beanbag chair store.
It's huge.
But you get what you pay for, I think, because you get like high quality memory foam chunks in a washable, interchangeable sack that is like anywhere between like 6 and 8 feet across. So you could just throw thousands of dollars out the window in one sex party, right?
Yeah.
Just jizz
People
everywhere.
fuck on it.
No, but they're insanely comfortable. Like Krista has a soft spot for a Papasan chair. I don't
want
know
one
why.
so bad.
But like a love sack, like
I mean, I would get one of those.
Beanbag.
I would totally get a love sack, but one of those Papa's whatever chairs.
Papasan.
I want one.
Yeah, like when I was in high school, Andy, many years ago on this show, I had a co-host named Andy. He had a love sack, and it was sat in front of his computer. And every time we'd go over to his house, he lived in Reno, so it wasn't often. So when I visit my friend Sean, we go to Andy's house, and I would just like crawl into that thing like a pack rat under a creosote bush, man. I would just go for it. Even if he was on it playing a game on his computer, I would nestle up right to his ass. Books, boring, unless it's like a choose your own adventure.
Hawaii chairs. If I ever find a Hawaii chair out here, I will get one.
Nobody wants a Hawaii chair. Nobody, not even Hawaiians. Oh, you know what I would love though? One of these fucking.
Last time Brick took out his love sack, he got arrested.
Yeah, I can see. Why? So filthy. I miss these. You can like
what?
Gumball machines.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, I had. I feel like. I was always lusting after the metal and glass gumball machine. Mm-hmm. But inevitably, what you would get once or twice a year at your Christmas or birthday celebration, one of those plastic ones that would eat pennies.
Yeah.
But here's the issue. If your parents check out after initial investment, This is one of those things that digs into your side like a thorn, like a Roman guard stabbing you. Like, you're Jesus Christ. I'm Jesus Christ. No, I'm just kidding. But that's the thing. It's one of those things where, like, if it has an exhaustible resource, I had to learn early on to disengage from the desire of Nerf guns and like those little disc shooting guns, anything that took something that you could lose and or would inevitably become exhausted because of the use of the thing
or consumption.
The one thing thereof being the exception was my creepy crawlers oven, ironically enough, but only because my allowance could easily be spent on plastic goop.
Oh,
like finding gumballs, like nowadays kids are lucky as fuck. You can walk into a Fry's and get 100 Nerf darts or rip-offs thereof that will work anytime and whenever you want. Like it's so easy. But like back in the day, you'd have to go to like Toys R Us and there was the one spot that has like Nerf arrows.
Yeah.
So again, it was another thing for yours truly to obsess over is like every time I got a Nerf gun and I would fire a Nerf dart, boom, I would then panic, run, find that dart, rechamber it and go, whew, next, boop, and then the process repeats.
Yeah. My grandparents had that gumball machine with the stand. And like when they first got it, it was gumballs. And then, but it didn't take money. Like they had it.
You just turned it?
Yeah. So I would go there and I would just turn it and get one. But then when it was out of gumballs, they had, for a long time it was empty, but then they would randomly replace it with like chiclets, those little square gum.
And those don't work.
They worked fine. They were just tiny, so you'd get like 6 of them at once instead of one gumball.
Well, because like the gumball machines, or at least back in the day, they would be like tailor-made. The slot would hold exactly one gumball.
Well, the chiclets are so small.
Well, right, but like it just... Oh, so like the really, really small
It was the
chiclets?
tiny chiclets, so you'd get like a whole handful.
Those were so fucking obnoxious.
I loved them. Well, I loved them in this case because I'd get a whole bunch and I feel like I was winning life.
The Necco company like struck while the iron was hot. There was like no other candy around. And they go, hey, we're going to make something totally...
My parents loved the Necco wafers also.
Totally fucked.
I used to eat the Neccos with my grandfather and give him all the licorice ones because they were god-awful.
I thought those are the computer games that I had on DOS. If we find those, I've got stories. But otherwise, I'll just keep those for later. Duplo.
FTO wants a gumball machine that sits and watch bad movies with him.
Tom Servo. Mr. Tom Servo. Had lots of Duplo. Connects felt like it was going to be the next big thing. When Connects released their Big Ball Factory, not only was it hilarious, but it was like, yeah, this is it. This is going to kick Lego's dick forever into the dirt. They'll never recover. Swallowed by the giant. Rock Tumbler, 24.19. Pottery. You can spin your own pot?
But then what are you going to do with a kiln? Like, how are you going to...
I imagine this is probably like air dry shit. You're not gonna children's kiln, like gets up to 2,400 degrees with parent supervision. You grow crystals. Did you guys ever grow crystals that looked good?
No.
I must have, and hopefully they'll come up because like they were huge in the 80s and 90s, but they were and later sort of recreated with like the Wonder World gel aquarium type things, but like you would set up this aquarium type situation with like a couple of silver packets of chemicals and these shards that were waxy-ish.
Holy moly!
Big Ball Factory was my nickname in high school. Yeah, because you were whipping out your love sack. That's one big ball factory, they'd say. Where's the wiener? No. But yeah, like you would sprinkle in those like big chunks of what felt like wax or plastic, and then they would grow in that solution.
Oh.
Grow your own geodes, grow your own salt crystals. Always fucking wild disappointment. Sea monkeys always delivered, but given that they were like very sketchy on how to take care of them. 2 weeks, and you were just like, great, thanks, splash. Into the toilet they went. Jewelry. Spin art, not bad. Did my fair amount of spin art.
Yeah.
Whoa, look, it's like a rip-off Creepy Crawler's oven. Like, that is straight up the Creepy Crawly, like, form factor. Holy shit. Someone got sued, I hope, for that. Try growing my own meth crystals. Yeah, look out for that. I mean, sure, it seems like lucrative in the beginning, but then... Here's a funny story looking at this. Like, so many bad decisions were made in the 80s by companies and in the early 90s. Like, every once in a while, my grandfather would surprise us at school. Like, he'd pick us up from elementary school and drive us to Toys R Us and say, get whatever the fuck you want. And we would just go and run and look, and I would, 10 times out of 10, leave with another Ninja Turtle figure. But one time, my brother came home with this exact, or at least a very close version of this little guy right here, with a metal hammer, metal tools, but most importantly, a saw with a metal blade.
Nice.
Working teeth. So he went and sawed the fucking legs off of all the plastic deck chairs. Brilliant, right? Like, and why would you? Why would you not think that when you give a child a saw with a metal blade and working destroyable teeth, you wouldn't give that to a child, come out and all of the deck furniture is destroyed? Why wouldn't you think that? Because it happened.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, insane. They go, yeah, you could trust a kid with a saw. Yeah. I would give my son, he's 6 years old. I would go, yeah, hey, Elliot, take that saw. It's yours. I don't need it anymore. You can keep it.
Do what you will.
Do what you will. Go with God, I would tell him. This next year in Jerusalem in the law. Let's see. I would like this, though. A 2.3 liter turbo Ford engine. What is that from? Let's look at it. Number one. Rev it up. Run. Assemble. 1/3 scale. Visible engine that functions just like the real thing. Moving rods. Oh, hell yeah, rods. But what... Guys, in 1989, what Ford model had a 2.3 liter turbo? Could it possibly be one of my favorites? The Escort? Maybe. Could it be the Probe? Also possibly. Is it the Prius? Definitely not. Definitely not. Anyway, moving on. 2.3 liter turbo in the 80s? I don't know, man. My cousin had a Probe. The Pinto? Come on, Brick. In the... No. Pinto. Turbo? Come on. Come on. You're getting crazy with that. Oh, Master Detective. That was another thing in the 80s, right? 80s and 90s. I don't know. They probably still exist today. But I remember so many kits where it was like you could be a scientist, a detective, a spy, a this, that, other, and all you needed was like anywhere between 20 and $40, and this box, you could be like a botanist or an electrical engineer. It was such a great time to be alive. The engine, not the car. The Pinto engine. I know that's not the car. Did the Pinto have... But here's the thing. That's why I'm only dubious, because I would be surprised. Okay, so yeah. I didn't know the Pinto had a turbo. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about the Pinto, guys. I don't give a fuck about the Pinto. And I can't apologize for that, because it's... Who did? Let's be real. Guys, if you're into microscopes or telescopes, any type of scope, I found you very boring as a child.
Fun fact, I can't see in either of those because of my eyes are fucked. I can't see in a microscope or a telescope because they're...
She just closes her eyes. She says it's a medical issue, but every time I go look in this thing, she closes both eyes, and I go open one of them. She goes, I can't. The doctor said. I go, what does that even mean? And she pulls out her guitar and does a wicked solo.
Oh, is there a Casio in there?
Came out in Mustangs. Oh, okay, I would buy that. But the Pinto, a 2.3 liter though, so small. But that's what they were doing in the 80s, right? They go like, well, small is maybe the way to go. Everything was so underpowered and pathetic. Early 90s too. Fucking garbage. Woof.
What's that kid holding? Or having his back?
A Sony. Look, your form factor was wild and strange if you didn't grow up with a specific, like our house, for instance, was a Fisher-Price house. So all of my mass market recording cassette devices were like this one here, this Fisher-Price one. I did see like these Sony ones, but they felt like maybe it was like the expense, like Sony was a real brand and Fisher-Price was for kids. But yeah, I had all the trash versions, save for like the realistic radios that all had cassette techs that we'd fuck around with. Because who didn't? Like everybody had one of those radios that was, I don't know, what, 12 by 8 by 4 that you could plug a microphone in to, but like had a big speaker and a cassette deck that you could like, yeah, basically this form factor here. I mean, not that stupid looking, but you get the idea. You just walk around recording shit. I would do that. I would have, my dad would give me that little cassette deck recorder. It had a handle on it, and he would give me like a mic with a 3.5 millimeter jack. And I would walk around and I would talk to people and I would make them talk to me into this microphone. And I would listen back and I would go, like, yeah, I'm glad I got this.
This is good stuff.
Good. This is good.
Our kid would probably do that now.
Probably. I mean,
Holy moly!
He played charades for the first time today.
yeah, here's the thing. And yeah, maybe if you're new to charades, I'll let you in on a little secret that my kid had a little time internalizing. You don't read the name of the thing you're doing aloud before doing it, and then when someone guesses it immediately before you even start, you point to them and go, "You got it." Make it a little surprise. Classic games. Did you guys ever play Don't Spill the Beans? That was probably the least. Like, all the games that I don't know even who did them. Like the same company did Cooties, they did Don't Spill the Beans, they did Don't Break the Ice. All like God knows who owns them now. Probably some big conglomerate. Back then, I felt like that company only made those games.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting concept growing up because like all of video games, all games back then were like a building or a decaying of something where you knew someone was going to lose eventually anyway. So like with Don't Spill the Beans or Don't Break the Ice or Cooties or whatever, like you were all headed toward inevitable destruction. It's just who was foolish enough to stomp down on the gas the hardest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like Atari games, any game where you're like just trying to go, well, like you're not level based, you're just going to get a high score. You're like, you know, you're going to die eventually. Maze Runner today. You know what I mean? You knew you were heading toward oblivion, but that's what you wanted. But you were running toward that cliff playing a game of like Grandmother's Footsteps, hoping you could trick the person next to you into running full speed like a lemming to their doom. And that was Don't Spill the Beans. 8947. Look at that shit. It's one of those terrible ones. I had this one, by the way. Which one is that? Oh, man. Of course, they're not going to label it, but terrible. Why? Whose idea was like, you know what? This is going to be a special version. Let's make their faces fucking insanely hideous. Like, let's not go in the direction of like the cartoon where they're round and lovable. Let's not go in the way of the comic where it's dark and gritty. Let's go in that middle ground where it's like Carnival before Carnival. Fucking A, dude. Terrible idea. When Mario could just look like anything and there was no like stranglehold on the IP. Oh, wait. Let me see. One game I still enjoy to this day on the NES. I know I give the NES a lot of shit because it sucks and still, actually, that is true. Like the Magic Kingdom or Disneyland's Magic Kingdom or whatever, where you play a tourist and you have to answer questions. Even though that game is dick-kickingly, ball-bustingly, ass-reamingly difficult, Still fun to this day. I'll load it up on the Raspberry Pi every once in a while and just go to town. Because even though
And
it
get mad.
will every time, just like Don't Break the Ice, I'm headed toward destruction, I inevitably pick up my smashed, flattened dick from the dirt to do it again.
St. Buffalo Thrilla.
What is up with that name? C&J Dev, what is up with your name?
Dave says the NES is shit, but names a bad game as good.
That's a good game. How dare you? Like, the controls. Here's the thing. One of my biggest problems with the NES is like lag and control, because the nuance there when you've got 4 directions and 2 buttons, it takes a skilled hand to make that right. And I think they did it right. Even though it is difficult. Fuck you and your fucking
Dry
Pop-Tart
codes.
eating ass. Munch on a maple Pop-Tart. You fucking.
Maple, gross.
Yeah.
Strawberry or brown sugar cinnamon? Cinnamon brown
yeah.
sugar?
Brown sugar, gross. Maple,
Maple.
gross. Brown sugar, cinnamon. That's not an old lady flavor. Do you have any that are filled with Werthers? Just melted Werthers? You fucking Pop-Tart eating troglodyte chuds. Fucking terrible. Terrible all around. The Atari, what is it, the 5800? 7800. No, what was the terrible one in the middle? 5800, I want to say, was the shitty one. Let's go back. Sega Master, don't know.
Oh,
That's
yeah. You liked bubblegum ice cream, which is gross.
It's not. It's so. You guys. 5200. Sorry, yeah, not 78. 26, 52, 78. I mean, what isn't there to like about bubblegum ice cream? It's a delightful color. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be blue. The other time, it's going to be pink. Enjoy the fucking banality of the pastel, right? Number 2, it's a delicious flavor. It's essentially vanilla, because that's what original bubblegum is, right? Pink was a cheap and easy color. Vanilla was a cheap and easy flavor, especially during the war when things were so tough for the boys abroad and for the women at home and the children. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear shit being leveled toward bubblegum ice cream. What are we even doing here? Do you guys even remember the 90s? It's like you guys don't even fucking remember. Pocket Lobo and the regular Lobo. Fuck, man. I hated remote control cars in the 80s and 90s. I felt like their batteries were shit. They might still be. I mean, but the technology has come so far. Because like now I bought a drone for my kid, and before I lost one of the propellers, and now it is completely unusable. Charging it for an hour to get 7 minutes of playtime doesn't feel as bad of a ripoff, because in the old days I had to wait 6 hours for a fast charge to get the same amount of playtime. So, I guess I'm complaining for no reason. It's fucking trash. New Bright can eat my ass. I don't even think this is New Bright, but because, New Bright. They still make shit today.
C&J Dev says bubblegum ice cream's okay, but he likes other flavors better. At least he doesn't hate it.
Listen, I'm not saying.
I think it's weird.
I'm not saying it's number 1. I'm not saying it's top 5. Okay? I'm telling you it's good. It's not gonna knock your favorite off the pedestal, right? If you're a pralines and cream, you're a fucking weirdo, you're a rum raisin weirdo, whatever. It's not going to dethrone your favorite flavor. I'm saying give it a chance. It will be top 10. I'm not saying it'll be top 5. It might. But it will definitely be top 10 if you have a brain between the things you call ears. I guarantee.
Oh, this was from
Praline and
FDO.
What?
This catalog. He said, I'm glad you're finally getting to this. I only sent you this last December.
Well, spoiler alert, Ryan Maxwell also sent me this.
So way to go.
little
You're
more
finally
recent.
doing it after 2 people had to send it to you.
I'm one man. right? And I've got the Ninja Turtles to contend with, Ernest, an entire decade of fucking commercials, training videos from all across the globe, and you want to chew my ass about this shit? Ingrates, right? This is the fucking ingrate hour. I'm changing the name of the show. Oh, boats. Living in Arizona, don't get a lot of water. So I was always lusting after RC boats. And you say, Dave, people in Arizona have pools. Yeah, rich people. Not this guy. Oh, what do they call these? Slot car racers? I don't want to know how this technology works because it still just feels like magic to me. But if you will look closely at this one here, the one where they go up the wall and down, still to this day blows my fucking mind. Here it is, they're doing it twice. I would, because my friends at the time, Brian and Tyler, I would go over there and they had this very track that we're looking at here, this guy. And I would, during a race, stop all along the vertical part of the track, and I would just sit in awe, losing race after race, as the slot car
Sat there. Nose up, nose down, nose left or right. It just stayed on the track. A wizard did it. A wizard is doing it to this very fucking day. Your new show should be called Dave Rants, the live stream. Oh, and it's magic.
What it should be called is knock off the shit in the live stream, the show. Pull your heads out of your ass. The television
Eat a dry
program.
cone.
Yeah, the dry cone. Don't fucking knock it. Trains, fun, slow. You gotta be in the right mindset for a train. Oh. Here we are, guys. We made it. Look at this. Oh, we can finally find out what the fucking stupid face is. Rock and roll Michelangelo, break fighting Raphael. What a gimmick, right? You had one hand that spun in a circle and you go, yep. That's what they do. So, not to, whatever. Here's a story about something that I do and still have. I've got this Rocksteady and the Bebop reissue from the 2000 still in their case package. I also have the year 2000 reissue of all 4 Turtles. I've said that before. They're prized possessions. I want to get them behind some sort of bulletproof glass because somebody is going to steal them before long. I did have this radical ass, the Cheapskate. And that's probably why I had it, because it was the cheapest of all the vehicles. And my parents told us we were poor, but we were actually just cheap. A bunch of cheap assholes in my family. Moving on. Oh, my friend had the Ghostbusters toys. I had all the Ninja Turtles toys. So we would swap games at each other's house. He had the Proton Pack and the sweet ass trap. They were all pneumatic, right? So if that tube got a puncture, you were fucked. It would never open again. But if you had a clever father who knew that, fish aquarium tubing worked, you could always get that shit fixed. But I also appreciated the Ghostbuster shit because even though, this guy here, it shot darts. They were big. They were pink. You didn't lose them easily. And the Proton Pack, this thing didn't shoot. It just spun around in a circle. So it was easy to keep track of. It was a toy that I did not have a lot of stress over.
Ryan loved the Ghostbusters toys.
I mean, the real Ghostbusters, I will never say anything is better than the early 87 Turtles. But the real Ghostbusters, even toward the end when everybody hated it, when they were becoming extremely heavy Slimer episodes, I enjoyed every fucking second of it. I would watch it again to this day. I've got it on DVD. DVD. What's a DVD? It's a wrestling DVD. Boring. I was never. Here's the thing. Ugh.
That connects? No.
No, Dream Machines. But so many things missed me. And rightfully so, because I gave zero shits. Jets planes, that sort of shit, Top Gun, all of that shit, miss me with that shit. So many of my friends in the 80s were like, jets, the Blue Angels. Everybody had a fucking poster of the Blue Angels, like the F-18s, the F-14, Tomcats, like jets were so fucking late 80s. Everybody, it was like there was a window in time where things just crystallized and they were perfect. There was a minute where pagers existed. There was a minute when supermodels were everywhere in the cultural zeitgeist. And there was a hot second when jets. They still exist. Don't get me wrong. There are still jet fanatics out there. But it did not reach the heights where like non-aviation people, like I don't like jets. I gave 0 fucks about jets. I had a Blue Angels poster. I had a mug that would change color. It was the, like, when the B-2 bomber was released, the stealth bomber, like back in the 90s, you remember? Oh, fuck. Everybody had a boner because it was like, this was the Blackbird, like the terrorist killer. It was invisible to radar. It looked like a goose as far as a blip goes. Oh, my God. And I remember my uncle and aunt one Christmas giving me, I open up and I go, what is it? It was a black mug with a stealth bomber on it. And I go, what? And they go, no, you don't get it. When you put hot stuff in it, the stealth bomber disappears.
Whoa.
So, of course, I go, well, you better make this fucking worth my while. Let's get that to happen. And it's not going to be hot water. You're filling this bitch with cocoa. And they did. And it worked. I go, passable.
As long as there's cocoa in it, it's passable.
It wasn't a neon pink painter's hat with a troll on it, so this gets the blessing of me.
Brick says he was/am. He is
Was/am. I was/is.
He's a plane nerd. His dad worked at the airport, and the smell of jet fuel.
Right. And I'm not denigrating that, but there are things that are almost always going to be niche, under the public radar sort of things that bust onto the public scene. And everybody goes, whoa. And then after all that shit dies down, we go, whoa. 2 woes. Like when you get that Blue Angels poster in situ and when jets and everything are big in the cultural zeitgeist, you go, whoa. And then like right now you go, man, I had a poster of the Blue Angels. Whoa. Fuck. Skateboards, huge in the 80s, right, guys? Fat ass skateboards. So many skateboards I got as presents. Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, all in sundry in between. Terrible. Now, these scooters. Before the days of like Razor scooters and like the e-scooter and shit, we had these that you would have to pump with your fucking legs. They have 2 huge, like these are, you could straight up take these off-roading. Like if your friends had a bike and you had like a dirt lot with a bunch of shit, this could easily also take that on. Now that being said, I've told this story before, but my dad took like whatever, it was like a half 3/4 horsepower weed eater motor and modified it, had his friend like build and weld on a bracket to essentially direct drive the back tire dangerously fast. But again, like the gumballs, like the Nerf darts, once that first tank of gas was expended, and since it needed to be a special gas that was oil and gas mixture that, again, today you can buy, walk into a Walmart, you get that 50-50 mixture, pop it in there. Couldn't back then.
FDO wants you to zoom in on those skateboards.
Oh, you got it. Let's see. We've got Veriflex.
Yeah, he says
Classic.
Veriflex
The
sucks
Ripper.
garbage.
Whoa, but this is like classic TNC Surf Co., right? Nintendo? Classic NES. The NES was so great, guys. Remember playing TNC Surf Company? FDO. That game sucked balls. Most of the games on the NES sucked balls. You know it. I know it. TNC Surf Company is a perfect example. But I also played it and enjoyed the shit out of it because I loved punishment.
Brick says, took the skin off my nose on photo day at primary school riding one of those boards.
There we go. Sorry. Yeah, you will eat shit because that's skateboard technology seems to be that it works flawlessly except in the presence of small rocks.
Right.
How many times have you eaten shit? Because, we've all been there, right? You're going full speed. You hear and feel the wheel lock up. You hear the for however long you were able to remain upright. You eat the shit that you're eventually going to eat as we all break the ice. After it's all done, you look over yourself. You see where the skin is broken. You wipe away the blood. You take stock of the situation, and it's always a single rock. And there's a scrape anywhere between this long and this long in the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And we go, can't we put a man on the moon?
I love the video. It's in like so many fail videos of the dude with holding all the coffees.
There's a parody version of that where like the guy doing it dressed up like that guy, but he's got like a tower of coffees. And so when he falls, like gallons of coffee spill. And he not only destroys the skateboard that he was riding, but there's like a la Sideshow Bob and all the rakes. There's just like a sea of skateboards that he just goes and keeps stomping through. And it is the fucking funniest thing. Kid Papoose, classic. Whatever. I cut my teeth on these skates. Fucking suck. I hate these skates. These are the skates I have to this day. I'll probably never see another piece of frozen water large enough to ice skate again. But in the shop, in the loft, I have a pair of ice skates that were minted probably around the time this catalog hit shelves.
Are those roller skates?
Yeah. Why? Here's the thing. Why did they put that knob on the front? I'm sure it's for some sort of trick or sport involved.
It's just to break.
How?
They should have it on the back.
I was told that as a child. They go, use the thing in front to brake. So what I did was, like everybody that I'm sure, you dip your toe down so that this big donkey knob here can make contact with the ground. It caught, roll your ankle, shred your calf, and then you never fucking got in those fucking
It's stupid,
again.
but it's supposed to. That's what you're supposed to use that to
Eat
brake.
my ass. Put it on the back, bitch.
I agree.
Rollerblades, put the brake on the back.
Yeah. Yeah, you drag your other foot behind it.
In a car, you want most of your braking power up front. I get that. But in a situation where you can go ass over tea kettle, put that shit on the back, you fuckers. I grazed my knob. Yeah, exactly. The foot folds forward, not backwards.
Yeah, so that's why you...
Right, but that's the thing. It does. Because your foot, when you... Watch, here. Here's your foot, right? You know why Heelys had the wheels in the back? Because if they were towies, everybody would be eating shit constantly.
Towies.
Yeah, they were Heelys. You can drag your heel and not lose stability because you're rooted typically in the heel of your foot, not the ball, which you can lick. If you're fucking starting to extol the virtues of the brakes at the front of a roller skate, don't. Like it. It's a bad idea. Rollerblades, put it on the back. Everybody was eating shit. Everybody's knees were trashed throughout the 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. Rollerblade says, hey, we've got a better way. And everybody praise the Lord. They threw virgins into volcanoes as a token of thanks to the gods. And here you are. Oh, well, your foot, fuck that shit. Fuck feet in the 80s. That's what they said. That's why they put the brake on the front. It was a bad idea. It's a bad idea. How long have we been doing this? We've been like 700 pages we've been going through.
Well, you started at 245.
Right, which was the right thing to do. But we've been through over 200. Ugh. I pitied every poor son of a bitch who got one of these cardboard forts. Because Play School had plastic, but there was always something a lot like this piece of shit. God damn it. Nope. A lot like I'm pushing the... Okay, you motherfucker.
You can't zoom in anymore. You're not hitting the right
I
one.
wanted to move. So anyway, you would get either like the bricks that were made out of cardboard or like these where the walls were cardboard. That was the friend you pitied, right? Like even as a kid, before I could conceptualize classism, levels of hierarchy, all the things that we teach each other about ourselves to basically turn us against each other. Even then I go, something is missing here. They have cardboard and plastic is so cheap. It's so cheap. Why cardboard? Why, Steven?
Why?
Why, Steven? Why? Yeah, here we go. Play School, Little Tykes, Fisher Price. They go, plastic. Sure, it'll end up in your genitals. But it'll last. It'll last season after season after season. Even here in the harsh, unforgiving Arizona heat and sun, my child's Little Tykes Fisher Price cabin lasted until we eventually just said enough. You've existed long enough. You must go.
Yeah.
Because it would have outlived me, my son, and his children and their progeny.
It was sun scorched, but
Still, as strong as the day it was born.
I had a plastic swing set, like growing up, like the Fisher Price one or whatever. But it was a big blue slide, and it had a hole at the bottom for what I assume would be like for water to come out of, like when it rained or something.
Oh, maybe.
But a hornet's nest had grown or been built.
It grew
in
built by the local contractors.
And unbeknownst to me and my parents, and I was.
They didn't tell you? They have to send.
There has to be a letter,
registered
like
mail. Wasps know that.
So I got stung by like 10 hornets the day that I went out to play in there because they were
Sure. But you know
angry.
what's worse? Getting your legs, feet, toes, arms, any skin caught in the springs of these rocking horses. You guys.
Oh yeah.
Every fucking time. Everybody had one too. I had one, you had one. We all had a plastic horse held aloft by 4 springs.
Yep.
And you would get your shit pinched.
Yeah.
Whether you were a rider or not, you could be walking by as someone else. No one else could be on it. It would reach out and grab some part of your skin, pinch it, and your parents wouldn't believe you. Fuck, dude. Yeah, see that like that YouTube video where the guy took the Fisher Price boat and like made it seaworthy and like registered it? I would love to do stupid shit like that, but who has the time?
Ryan says, fun fact, up until the 1940s, you could literally order complete houses from the Sears catalog, and they'd send it as a kit, wiring, roof, and everything.
I'm not surprised because like they do that with cars to this day, and I'm sure there are like micro houses and stuff you can order.
There's
as a
cabins that you can get as a kit, but they don't have the wiring. I think they just have like they will deliver like all the wood and shit.
Because nowadays it would probably all be modular and all of it would just be built in. So they would deliver you like a stack of walls and a floor, and you would just stick them together like Legos. I bet.
Maybe.
Because. Yeah, it would be stupid not to. Like if you're going to build a modular home that you're going to send to someone in a box that they could put together, and maybe the plumbing would be a different situation, but definitely the electrical, you can build a positive and negative copper terminal in just click like the aforementioned slot car racers. That's how the electricity went from place to place. You would just go boink. Easy as that.
You can probably build us cabins. You were an inspector once.
I didn't inspect shit. I was oh yeah. But then that's the thing. I was only a ghost cabin inspector. Like when it comes to that's the thing. My purview is very narrow. Like it's like when our inspector Evan, like when he came to our building, and he says you got to do this, 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 and this. He can't say boo when it comes to my brewing area. I just have to follow my best practices. So yeah, I was a ghost cabin inspector. If they have ghosts, I will inspect them. But if they go, hey, can you check out my wiring? No, I don't have the LLC or the ROC. I don't get fucking like the insurance for that. Are you kidding me? No. You got a ghost in it? I'm covered for that. Plumbing, electrical, you gotta like call Blue Stake and all this other shit. And I'll be damned if I'm doing that.
Yes, you only inspected haunted cabins or non-haunted cabins, as long as there was an inkling of potential haunting.
I went there looking for a specific. I wasn't going like, well, since there are no ghosts, I guess I'll check the drains, right? Oh, I guess.
And exposed wires.
This stuffed hedgehog marshmallow that someone got at Walmart didn't chew my balls off. I guess I'll take a look at the breaker panel.
Oh yeah, he's gotta call Boo State.
Boo Steak. Oh yeah, Boo. No, it's not state. Steak. Blue Steak. Boo Steak. Boo. Whoa, the Pee Wee Herman bike. Holy fuck, that can't be the Pee Wee Herman bike. Oh, it's a Coca-Cola bike. Sorry. Oh yeah, upon further inspection, it's missing the lion head. But damn, that looks. Passing. Oh, in the plastic saddlebags aren't there, I guess. Oh, did you guys? Holy shit. I rode in one of these. It feels very dangerous nowadays.
Those little seats?
The seats that you put on the back of the bike.
Yeah.
Like today, the safest version obviously is like the little bike trailer.
Yeah.
Because like realistically, it never happened. But realistically, if my dad had eaten shit, I would have just had no choice but to fall over and hit the ground at full impact.
Yes.
Because like, he can jump off and make evasive maneuvers. When you're in that thing, you are strapped in and you go, ah!
Here's the house. $2,065 for a 10-bedroom or 10-room house.
That actually, I mean, it looks like a house. It's not like a modern day, like you wouldn't see that being pulled behind a truck. Is that a fucking wraparound porch? God, that was, yeah. The 1990s are great, guys, but the 1920s probably sucked. Like, right? The mass proliferate, let's not blow smoke up your or my or anybody's asses. I don't want to ever slip into, because here's the thing, as far back as I'm willing to go nostalgia-wise is the 90s. I'm never going to be like, oh, I wish I were like living in the Renaissance or the anywhere before indoor plumbing, air conditioning, electricity, stable climate control, right? Because I'm not even a woman, but the first thing I always think about, because it was always ladies, girls that I dated who would say, I wish I were born in X period. Speaking of periods, I would always say, what about your menstrual cycle? You're probably pretty attached to like having a clean vagina with modern products such as tampons and pads. Imagine having to like rip like the least soiled part of your dress off to like stuff down your pants that you then later get to throw into the hog trough.
Yeah, no, I'll take a hard pass.
Yeah, indoor plumbing and shit, it's better.
CNJ Dev says, have you ever seen Chris Bohr's ghost investigations? They're a thing. Well, fun fact, we had a ghost.
Yes, I am familiar. I'm not intimately rather familiar with a lot of ghost hunting people and or adventures, simply because I do not believe that there is a provable, quantifiable, measurable entity or phenomena that you could call a ghost. But I do like crazy people, so of course I have a passing familiarity with some of this shit.
FDO's been playing pinball the entire stream, and he's been on round 1 this entire time, and it just now ended.
And, guys, I take a lot of shit for being bad at Castlevania. He's been playing the same level on pinball for an hour and 50 minutes. Guys, I think we should all dogpile on FDO. I know it's all fun. He always gets the ball rolling and it makes me, the butt of the joke. But FDO here, he's just as bad as me.
He's rolling those balls on the pinball machine.
He is rolling balls. All right, we're out of the toys. We are now into like the sweaty men and golf club section. So I think we can call it for tonight, right, guys? Because who cares? I mean, we could have gone to the lingerie section. We didn't get there. We spent too much time on sleeping bags and other such things. 16 million, he says. Points? I mean, what else would you be getting?
Right.
His pinball game is tilted. His whole life is tilted. Whose life isn't tilted, realistically? Let's, scratch that. I think I could spend the rest of the night looking at binoculars. So let's do that. I hope you enjoyed this breakaway from our usual fare, because let's be realistic. This is something that we could delve back into.
There's 500 pages left.
Catalogs were produced for the majority of human history, and humans love keeping shit on like archive.org and shit. So we could do more of this, or we could go back to this and check out that, we could do FFOP radio after dark and check out that hot, sexy Sears lingerie, right? Woof. Sears lingerie? Are you kidding me? I'm already getting hard. As a matter of fact, just to slake my curiosity, where among these, for a future show, we're not getting into it now, if you were going to find the sexiest ladies, would it be in Focus on Gifts, Celebrate in Style, Home for the Holidays, or More from Sears?
Probably Celebrate in Style.
I would say More from Sears, because like Bed Bath & Beyond, it's beyond where the sex perverts usually hung.
Style usually is clothes.
You could style your genitals in any way, shape, or form. Whatever, I'm not here to judge. Maybe I am. I do a lot of judging, especially against furries. Guys, have you seen a fucking furry in real life? It'll make your skin crawl and your stomach jump up to your throat. I saw more than one. I can't believe I walked away without throwing up. Anyway. That being said, thank you so much for indulging me in all this bullshit. If you're in the Discord, thank you for that. Keep an eye, because as we get closer to the rollout date, you will hear me on an internet radio station. Possibly, unless I can find someone else to fill that role and I can shirk that responsibility. Because boy, oh boy, no one wants this much of me, and not even me, and I'm the one doing it. That being said, again, my heartfelt thanks goes out to all of you. I appreciate you, and we will see you on the next episode of FFOP Radio. But stay tuned, because Huge in the 90s is a show. Smell you later.
Bye.
For this, try to.
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.